number 1 already smoked up and heading out of the base. IG, they want to go for a quick kill. Now, here's one thing. If we ever get a shot of Emo's hands, let me tell you, taking a look, like if we can just click on Emo at any point in this game, he is going to be tapping like crazy. Tap, 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 tap. That's all he does the entire game, and he talks the entire game. It's so funny to watch him play because he's just constantly telling people what to do. But a potential battle as they run up high ground, Fly spots PYW, the entire team on the other side. They have a lot of damage there. Right on top of them, Saberlight brought down low. PYW is the first to fall. Meanwhile, can they find some more on the outside here? Zhang Yu may be in some trouble. They find him with the Lucent Beam, a couple more punches. Already first blood for Rebellion and looking for another. Scatter Blast 2-1 in range. And we fogged him out. Gets out of range.
I mean, if I'm IG right now, I think I want to die on Timber right now. What's the alternative? You go back to base? That's an instant lane win for Rebellion here. Fly got first blood too, so he will have an early salve. It's not ideally the best person to get first blood on, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Dust is just already crit. Might be in a little bit of trouble.
Ooh, good tether away. Gets him out of trouble there.
Yeah. And we're going to have Crit ended up playing that IO, and then we have Fly on the Disruptor. I wasn't sure who was going to play what, and Crit has that sexy skin of... What do you even call it? The Reckoning of the Dead patch, basically. Whatever that one's called. We lost our button to be able to view cosmetics. Either that or I don't know where it's at anymore.
What the heck? Oh, yeah, we did.
It's quite sad.
I think, what's the showcase mode? There's like a hotkey for it, I think, but I don't know if I have that bound.
I definitely do not.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see. Okay, well, lanes are going to be very interesting. I remember when we were watching some of the other Pro Dota that it was like these crazy run through the portal gate. That did get nerfed a little bit, where now it's like a little bit longer time to teleport between the gate. We'll see if that ends up making a difference or not.
It could. It definitely could. There's definitely a lot of shenanigans at the courier. PYW. Oh, it doesn't end up getting it. So let's just break down the lanes real quick while we're here. Like Timber Nyx versus the Disruptor Luna. I pretty much think there's no chance Timber can win this lane when you have a weak support like Nyx. He's just as greedy as he always has been. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Needs to just throw out those stuns every now and then, but oh my god, Abed in mid gets brought down very low by Emo there. Does need to be wary, and actually doesn't really have easy access. I guess he can try and push the wave, but with runes coming up, we'll see if Emo tries to keep the pressure on. He has his bottle coming out now. Abed pulls him into it. Emo finds him there. A couple more punches from Abed. Didn't get the remnant hit and denies out that water rune. The bottle coming to Emo just a second too late. He can maybe deny Abed's rune, though. It looks like he's going to be able to.
This is really bad for Abed in the mid lane. He's going to have his bottle coming out, sure, but at the same time, I mean, it's empty. He doesn't have a rune, and he's really low, so he's going to have to go find a bounty rune at the 3-minute marker. He's going to have to go back to base.
Somebody
assuming
needs to
Emo
die.
doesn't kill him.
Oh my god, somebody needs to die, and it's going to be Abed. Oh my goodness gracious. Emo with the solo kill onto Abed. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Abed didn't play in the recent Dream League here. Maybe a bit rusty. As we normally don't see Abed lose lanes necessarily. Very interesting to see him die there. Emo off to a great start, though. I think at that situation, he... I don't know. Like, I am so not used to seeing this happen to Abed, but he's back to lane. He's full HP. Going for a double Null Talisman build. Changing up his build a little bit here. But Emo off to a great start here.
Yeah. He's getting what he needs to do done. And that's, again, thinking about Emo, somebody that hadn't been playing mid the entire year. He had been bouncing between it with him and Dust. So, you know, both a little bit out of practice, but Emo obviously more recently been playing it. PYW makes the rotation towards mid, is right on top of a ward. So Abed's going to need to play this pretty safe. He's going to see PYW over in this area and shouldn't get caught out.
Yeah, he should be totally fine here. They relay some bot lane. First of all, you want to give Timber a lot of still low XP. That's just how the hero works. You want to get him to that level 6 as soon as possible. But he also can't help that much either, so he's trying to find some purpose on the map here.
Right.
Maybe he'll end up using a gate to top lane, or perhaps he's just going to stay here and pressure Obid's CS just a little bit and take away these water runes. Oh, Crit might be in trouble.
Tries to get the tether out and will manage to escape for the moment. PYW throws out the stun and the Mind Flare. Emo, after picking up the water rune, is just going to push out the wave, but they kill off the Timbersaw down bottom. So a nice pickup there for Shopify. Crit was getting in that dangerous situation because he was stacking up camps while he was going for the rune check.
Yeah, and bottom lane is a situation where we talked about it before. This Timber's going to have a rough laning stage. Not much you can do about it, but at least they're controlling the runes in the mid lane, but they're not doing a lot to threaten Obid. Sure, you took the rune away, but he's still full mana, full health. The one thing that did happen that was really good for IG was Emo getting that solo kill, and more surprising than anything is going to be the top lane situation, as PYW in the bot lane, as the tri lane has emerged, will get a kill.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 times now where we've seen the Shopify Rebellion supports link up together. First, it was up top where they tried to go for a glimpse play. Couldn't make it happen, but now down bottom, finding that kill and getting another glimpse pullback onto Jiangyu. With the Ring of Health and some stick charges, he should be okay here, but still getting hampered. And this looks a lot more like the IG games that they were losing in the beginning of the season, where Jiangyu just didn't have a game, and then Emo and Dust were pretty farmed.
I mean, I'm not surprised. He's not really giving himself a situation to really thrive in, right? Just picking Timber blindly like this. And he's playing against a lane that is definitely not easy to play against.
Yeah.
As a Timbersaw here. And a lot of this is possible due to Crit being able to move around the map. And why is he able to move around the map? Is because Saberlight was given such a good early game. He's almost up to a Vanguard. This is a hero that normally we see struggle a lot in the laning stage, but he's not struggling at all. Sitting at near the top of the CS, beating the Troll, and close to that Vanguard now. All he really needed was the Ring of Health, just so he could start roaming around a bit on this IO. But when he gets a Vanguard, he's going to be pretty much untouchable. The build for the offlaners hasn't changed that much. Get Vanguard, and then supports can't really mess with you at all.
Right, and sort of showing the value of having, you know, the disruptor in lane versus the Snapfire, right? Snap is not going to punish in the same way that leaving a sort of Timber solo against Disruptor will. As stun comes out, Fly can't really do much there. Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely the supports as well, for sure. But a lot of it has to do with how much CS did you get in the early laning stage. And if you look at Timber, he's got 9.
Yeah.
If you look at Brewmaster, he's got 31. So the difference in CS is quite apparent here, as they might make rotation on Arteezy here.
Can they get him, though? Bring him down. Looks for the body blocks. This would get him back into the game on that Timber. The chain. No! It doesn't happen. 22 HP and he gets away. Fly comes in for the save and might even take down QYQX. Doesn't have another glimpse available. Still, an impressive save in Arteezy. Boy who lived.
What a glimpse. That was so close. Arteezy would have died for sure there. But he's going to waddle his way back to base, getting saved by Fly. And Fly's going to get a little bit of glorious solo XP for his troubles there. Everyone's happy in this situation. If you're Rebellion. If you're on IG, you're probably not.
Not so happy on IG. That's pretty, that's a sad one, in fact. And in the meantime, Shopify, they're taking this top tower. Dust just can't do anything. I mean, he's got a cornucopia to his name and nothing else. He's trying to build in that battle fury. It's going to be a while.
Yeah. Let's see here. In the mid lane, so they got the top tower, which is great. Everything is going Rebellion's way at the current point. I'm looking for the one saving grace, and that's probably going to be Emo in the mid lane.
Right.
And what can he do with this? Because it's him against the world at this point. This Timber is really far behind. Brewmaster's off to an explosive start. Mid laners, I would say somewhat even, but Obid taking the lead just a bit there. But how are you going to bring this Timber back in the game? That's going to be the big question.
Oh, Emo. They went right in there, stole away the haster, and going to try and run him down. Does have a remnant to get away, but a hasted Arteezy and a crit moving rather rapidly sets up for Emo to be in a bad way, but the remnant gets him out of trouble. And, is Dust dead? No? Maybe Saberlight's dead? He already popped the ulti for this. Trying to bring him down. Oh, the Cinder Brew. It's doing some damage, but it won't be enough. Emo gets the kill.
And that's a big one, too. That's your Brewmaster who's been completely free farming, beating a Troll in lane, which I feel like probably shouldn't happen. If you're going to pick Troll and play versus a melee, you want to make sure you win your laning stage. And that Brewmaster was getting out of control. He's still out of control, to be fair, but that just accelerates Emo a bit more in his farm, pushing him into that top 3 net worth, joining the rest of Rebellion's heroes. And Troll not that far behind, but the poor Timbersaw, man, he's super far behind.
So I want to pick your brain about this for a second, though, because there is something I'm seeing IG do that I like a lot, that I've been seeing a couple people do as Arteezy. Oh, maybe in trouble here. But no, with some help and some friends showing up, he is going to be brought down. Okay, never mind. No, it's all gone. It's all gone to shit. IG's in trouble. I just did. So the double stacking of the ancient camps.
Yeah.
How much does that sort of help salvage this, right? Because it's a 3K gold lead, but Shopify, I feel like they're in so much control of this game. If Timber like takes these double stacks of ancients, does that salvage things at all?
Salvage is a strong word for his situation. It helps him a little bit, but salvaging implies that he's back.
Right.
And if he takes those stacks, he's not necessarily back, but he'll be in a better spot, because at this point, he can't really pressure that mid lane, though. Static Storm is there.
Cookie not able to keep him alive. Stick charges, but can't survive. Ember is brought down. Well, Zhang Yu is going to try and take him now, and hopefully that helps him out, but, I mean, they're losing out so much on the map right now.
Yeah, the thing is about these stacks is they're essential. That's the best way to put it. He needs these because he cannot pressure, right? He just can't find any pressure on the map, not with his start. So getting some net worth is definitely going to help him here. So they're doing what they have to do.
Yeah.
But what needs to happen for the most part is he needs to keep farming, get his farm up, and he needs to get carried for a small majority of this early game. And then they need to get some kills. Getting kills, I think, is going to be super important.
Bait out the glimpse, or rather the Spike Carapace there, as Abed, after that solo death, has been looking quite good and is sitting top net worth in the game right now. Emo hit with the Thunderstrike. They don't have Static Storm available.
Not for now, but they're going to bring in Saberlight here, and they should easily clean up this tower, as Brewmaster does have his Primal Split available. IG is going to back out here. Pretty much the whole map at this point is going to be Rebellion.
Yeah, they're just taking that second stack of Ancients right now, and Arteezy continues to farm up the entire time through. So a good injection of gold like we talked about, but not really salvaging things completely. And at the moment, I mean, you've got Dust just like AFK farming, trying to build into his Battle Fury. Everybody from IG is just farming.
If you look at their heroes, they can't really get kills. Nyx is about to crack level 6, which will help, but Snapfire at the same time is not in level 6 either. I think when these two heroes do get their ultimates, you can see IG potentially do something with the Ember Spirit. I think Timber can join at some point, but if you're Troll, you're definitely AFK until Battle Fury, potentially even a BKB against the lineup of Rebellion.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I kind of felt like too, is this like, oh, Emo? Okay, he gets out of trouble. It does feel like without tomes, as Dust pulled back in trouble, has stick charges, but with the relocate, there was no way he was getting out of that one. Every time I try and talk about something, IG just dies again.
Yeah, you're talking about the tomes. There's like the... Well, speaking of dying, they're going to do it again while I'm trying to talk.
PYW. No! Oh, he just wants to get a hit onto Abed so he can burn his mana. Emo?
Oh, he messed up the timing there.
That was not good, and he has one remnant already out, but gonna try and get out of there. They were waiting on him the whole time. The pig pull, but Abed chasing. Friends nowhere to be seen, and Emo going to be controlled and killed, and the glimpse back on Dust too. Man, they are really getting nothing right now on IG.
Luckily, though, the map is 40% bigger here, and you have those neutral camps on the edges of the map here that you can sneakily farm.
There you go.
So when you are behind, you do have more avenues this patch to find ways to get back on the map. And you have, like, what are those even called? Like, you know, like there's like that force field in your base.
Oh, the Defender's Gate.
The Defender's Gate. You've got those now, too. There's a lot of interesting things they added. And to go back to your other point, to jump around like patch questions, as we probably see Timber die, but nothing to see here.
No.
All right, maybe there is. It might be a team fight.
Can they kill any of these heroes? I mean, Shopify are just so unbelievably strong. Saberlight is close to going down. He is going to be brought down. But then afterwards, they kill off Emo. It's a huge cost. UIW trying to find a kill. The stun is there, but they just don't have the damage. They don't have anything. And now the relocate, finding QIQX. He too is going to be pulled in to his doom. They have Glimpse again in 2 seconds. IG just getting rolled over in game number 1.
I think Abed woke up.
Yeah.
He may have got first blooded, PC, first game of the day, whatever it might be. Didn't play last tournament, but he's back now.
Absolutely. God.
So going back yet again to no tomes. You're right, there's no tomes, but there is the wisdom runes now. And it is a major objective. I've been playing a bit of support myself. If you don't make the wisdom runes your priority at 7 minutes, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you probably are not going to get that level 6 by 10 minutes into the game here. And that is definitely an issue.
Absolutely. Oh, Dust, he went back for that one creep. Is going to try and TP out, and that actually will be enough to get him out of trouble. So well played by Dust to not die. Highlight is not dying. You know the game's not going well. Yeah, but that's one thing that I was wondering about is, like, you know, not having those tomes, it was such an easy thing where, like, okay, whoever needs it for a strategy can get this. And I feel like with Wisdom Runes, you can kind of build into that where it's like, okay, maybe Snapfire runs over and tries to sneak it or something.
Yeah.
But it feels sometimes as if it's harder to get that strategy planned out perfectly where the person that needs it is there right on the second.
It has to be a priority if you're a support player. Simple as that. And if you're playing, let's say you're playing POS 5, right?
Yeah.
You're going to try and steal the enemy's Wisdom Rune. Meanwhile, the POS 4, so oftentimes you'll see the 4 and the 5 there. They made such easy access. There's just a path that leads straight to the Wisdom Room if you're playing POS 5 there. You don't have to go through the tower or anything. It's so easy to get there. So whoever gets those or whoever makes it a priority to go for the Wisdom Runes, we're going to see more and more, are going to have the support advantage. And this is a good game, a good indicator to show you that how important those level 6s can be on your supports in a game like this. You're really lacking them on IG. You're not able to find kills without them, whereas they were already ready on Rebellion, so they just came online faster.
Absolutely. Why lanes can become so important. I'll also say that one little bit of bright news for IG, I do like this ward down here right below Saberlight, actually, that they put onto the low ground. Normally you see it up on that pillar above, but actually I really like this one.
That's high ground vision, actually.
Yeah, isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, no, I like that too. It's a good one. This is what I've been wanting for a long time. Whenever anyone asks me, what do I want in the new patch? I wanted a new map.
Yeah.
Why did I want a new map? So I can see new ways to ward, right?
Yeah.
You can see new, creative, interesting things. Where are people going to play on the map? Because I guarantee you, none of these teams know exactly how to play this map. They're kind of just playing and learning as they go here. And you're going to see a lot of new and surprising things.
Well,
no, it's not surprising, though, is what's happening mid lane.
Yeah, that's a dead Timber Saw. Does live for a while. Get some good damage out with the Snapfire ulti.
Actually
going
killed
at the same
all the
time.
Brewings.
Okay, and now maybe a turn. Okay, Zhang Yu tanking the gank for his team, and now they're going to try and pull it together.
He's got
see
chains.
if they can find a couple. The chains is going to be there. They find Fly for the kill, but now Arteezy, he shows up. Dust tries to get away. Will manage to escape. Emo is still willing to play very aggressive. Remnants out the last second before the damage came in, and now Dust right on top of Ortor. He's rooted, he's caught, he's controlled, and he's killed. And now Abed from up on the high ground thinks about zipping in, wants to get the little bit of retribution onto Emo for that early kill. The pullback is there, but now Io in trouble as Dust is on him, but Abed maybe just gonna clean this one up. A triple kill for him. And through it all, that ends up being into the favor of
Samurai had a
Shopify
Dust
again. Okay, finds him. QIQX. He's caught. He's killed.
All right. All things considering, not bad for IG, right?
Yeah.
You did expect them to just Timber to go down, clean kill, get out, but that wasn't the case at all. They ended up getting a rebuttal kill there. They ended up killing Arteezy, but still, at the end of the day, Abed got a triple kill, which isn't great. So they're still not in a great situation here, but a couple more of those, and maybe we could see a little something from IG.
Interesting. So I'm curious what ended up happening there, because Saberlight, he had the shard, which allows you to cancel it early. I thought that he wouldn't have been able to die in that, but ends up being brought down nonetheless. And so...
Well, he just didn't press it.
Okay, fair.
All his Brewlings just died, and he died with it. Maybe he didn't expect the damage output there, and
Right.
I didn't expect it either.
Yeah.
Look at their heroes. Their heroes aren't necessarily great at killing these Brewlings, but they managed to do it, and he didn't expect it, so he went down there.
Okay. Meantime, Shopify going to try and take this objective. They head up to the top side of the map. Nobody can get there quickly from IG. And so it will be an Aegis on to Abed. They've got both versions of the items with Sanj in them. Kaya Sanj and Sanj and Yasha. A little bit of a, not what I was expecting from the Luna, but cool to see it.
That was the first thing I thought when this patch came out.
Really?
Sange and Yasha is going to be OP.
Why is that?
If you think about it, they nerfed all the stun durations, right? Just inherently.
Oh.
And if you add status resist on top of it, heroes like Earthshaker was the first thing I tested. They're so useless when you have this much status resistance and your stun durations are so low, as Abed's just going to go in here and get dust.
Finds him. Dust, trying to stay on target. Stun
RTC has no Aegis.
onto both of them. Oh, he's gone. They get the Saberlight ulti after to try and turn this one, but, I mean, Abed's low on mana, too. He will have that Aegis, but maybe they can just kite him out a little bit longer. PYW is going to be found and killed. Emo. All right, they might be running out of steam here on the side of IG, although another round of the slight change. QIQX, the buyback comes out. Nyx wanting to get back into the fray. Finds him there. They're burning through these Brewlings bit by bit. And Abed trying to buy space for the rest of his team to escape. A PYW there with the Mind Flare. Vendetta back up again. Emo hunting, finding, fly, caught. Can he be killed off? Chakram out, just a little bit of distance away, but we'll find him there. So IG, they lose dust, but they find big kills again. They're fighting this.
Yeah, they're clawing their way slowly back in this for sure. They chose not. So a couple of things to say about that one. One is Sange and Yasha is great against stuns, but it's not very good against magic damage like Chakram or the Mortimer's Kisses. In those situations, BKB could be a lot better. I understand why they gave the Aegis to Abed because he's having such a good game, but there's also an argument for maybe Arteezy should get the Aegis. That way he can play in the front, and Abed is already so tanky with the IO playing behind him that may have hurt him a bit. And the Tormentor will go down for Rebellion here, and it looks like IO will get the free Aghanim Shard. This is a mechanic that I'll probably talk about later as action might happen. Okay, I'll talk about it now. A mechanic that is slightly frustrating for me. It's like, it randomly gives one of the two lowest net worth heroes a shard.
Right.
So, you're just sitting there praying that the shard goes to one of your supports that could use the shard the best.
Yeah.
And I think it is IO in this situation, but in some games, like, you're like, I don't want the shard. It'd be so cool if, like, let's say my Ricky got the shard, right?
Yeah.
And then it ends up going to an Enchantress, and you're like, oh, gosh. That's unlucky. I guess I have to buy my own now.
No, it's true. Yeah, you just keep getting unlucky over and over again, too, because you could just always roll bad on the person that you want to give it to. Eventually, you'll get it, though. Have you had any games where everybody had him and you still killed it?
No.
I had one game like that. It was interesting. Ooh, and look at this. So Nyx Assassin, after getting the shard upgraded, goes back for his neutral item and gets the Grove Bow. So now he's got Grove Bow for the amped up damage, and then also the amp damage coming from his Vendetta. I don't even know what the hell this is going to do. I feel like the game's just going to explode.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is... Alright.
Oh,
Blink and missed it, I guess.
Oh, look at the damage! Look at it! Look at the damage! Abed! Abed! Oh, he's so low!
That was almost 2,000 bursts, by the way.
That was pretty hype. Zhang Yu in some trouble, taking through a lot, but with nobody else nearby, he can't do anything. I mean, maybe a sign of things to come. We'll have to see.
I mean, if that was, let's put it this way, that was a level 3 Mind Flare and a level 3 stun.
Oh.
If those were both maxed out, he would have died for sure.
But I don't know if they're going to end up being able to make the... Well, I guess... I mean, oh my god, Emo, why do you keep doing this? Dude, every time I see this guy, he does some ridiculous build. Emo's insane. He is Blink good on Ember? He builds Blink on Storm, too.
I mean, is it good? The answer to that is simple, and I would say no, and situational. Every time I see a Storm or a Quap or an Ember, a mobility hero get a Blink Dagger, they generally don't win.
Okay.
However, there is an argument when you're losing this badly, this might be the only item that can win you the game. It is cheap. It is something you can buy right away. But is it good? It's probably not like... There's a reason we don't see it a lot. We see a lot of Ember, and this is something we don't see a lot of. So is it good? The answer to that is very simple. No, but it could be good in certain situations.
All right.
Will that be that situation? We'll find out.
He also does have the Mage Slayer. So trying to reduce that damage coming in, they're going to run right into each other. Saberlight right at the start. The stun is there, but the bigger disruption ulti coming out. They find and kill the Nyx Assassin. That's his dieback. Oh, and now the Hex onto QYQX trying to get away. Emo, his Blink Dagger. It's not going to save him now. The Remnant away well. Wants to run in. Okay, Io tethers, gets away from Dust for the moment. I mean, he's 4v1, and there's just nothing he could do there.
Not a lot. If you look at the side of IG compared to Rebellion, team fights are going to be very difficult. You have the Io with the mech, with the heal available. Saberlight, super tanky. He's got the Urn, he's got the Vlads. You got a bunch of auras, right, on Rebellion. On the side of IG, if you look at auras, you've got the... Not much. Not much. You got, like, the Snapfire who's got the Pavice? Is that what you call it?
Pavis.
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 Whatever you want to call that item.
We'll call it Pavis because we're American.
Pavis. Because we're American, yeah. Pavis. A good old Pavis.
Get that Pavis down there. Give me the Pavis.
On the Snapfire with our guns. Perfect. American hero, right. American item.
Yeah, they did get the pipe on Timbersaw, which helps.
Alright, so you got a couple auras, but you don't really have any heals. There's no mech, there's nothing to buff this troll up. On the side of Rebellion, you've got a lot. This Luna has the ability to be the drums from Disruptor, you've got the Eye with the mech and the Locket, super farmed here. And then you have the Brewmaster with everything he's providing as well, on top of the Vladimir's offering. So team fights are not going to be easy for IG unless they can get the jump, burst the hero instantly before they can get that sustained healing.
No, I hear you. That is really the issue, is like, can they get that burst? And in a lot of ways, it feels like it has to be Nyx that sets that up. But now with this gem on Storm Spirit, he's leading the way in all these fights. They're just not finding that moment. It's pretty rough. After that initial, like, jump that happened in the mid lane, everything else has felt a little bit rough. So we'll see. 10K gold lead at 26 minutes. It's not as significant as a lead as we've seen in some of these other games that have gone on. There's these moments where, like, hope springs eternal, and I'm like, maybe IG is going to do it. And then I see the blink on Ember. I'm like, bleh. But maybe. Maybe.
There's definitely potential. And I think a lot of their potential is going to come from going to the late game.
Okay.
I think this Nyx Assassin is a hero that scales incredibly well. He just needs a ton of items. Or levels, not items, I'm sorry. Items help too, for sure. But that's why I mentioned that potentially I might see this hero on a support role. Or a core role, not a support, sorry, a core role, because he does need levels. But he's just as strong as a support when he does get those levels. So we'll see what happens with that. And I wanted to bring up the point with the Grove Bow too, for a lot of people that aren't aware of the new patch and how the new neutral item system works. You get a token now. So you get to choose what neutral item you want. So he purposely chose this item. So you no longer just get what's left. Everyone gets a neutral item, and you get to choose which one you get.
Well, they have found and killed QIQX again. There are a lot of issues coming out here very shortly. I mean, this game is feeling kind of rough. The IO Aghanims send in the craziness because they also have an Aghanim Scepter on Luna. Have you seen the, like, sending in the Death Star build before?
Wait, what?
So
Sending in the Death Star?
I don't know if they're going to do it, but what you can do is, because you can cast Eclipse on a target, you can cast it on crit, and he can solo relocate. And then you just, like, explode one hero. It's like you shoot a bomb from the other side of the map.
You can just do it on Abed, too, right?
I mean, it's true. That's fair.
He can just roll in, and at this point, you kill Abed, even if he's stunned, finishing up a Bloodstone, Scythe of Ice, Kaya Sange, Witchblade. He's he's killable. We saw the Storm do his work, the Nyx do his work to the Storm.
Right.
But I think at this point, this is why you have the Gym on the Storm. Nyx is priority #1 for Abed to kill.
Fair. Yeah, and it makes sense. And I guess that is something else that it not necessarily gives a win condition, but a way to play around this. If they can steal that gem away, if they can kill Abed, their game, I think, does become a lot easier in that regard. But it's not going to be easy to do. They need to sort of catch him out in a weird position. With that said, he does, like, his main survivability item at this point is Bloodstone, you know? He's and it's just natural, I guess, 3k HP pool, and he has status resistance. Okay, it's gonna be tough.
That's why we're seeing a lot more of this Storm hero, and I think most of the heroes that do buy Kaya and Sange are super strong.
Right.
And it really does come down to the fact, like, these Ember Storm Spirit heroes, what do they hate? They hate being stunned, right? Those are, like, the #1 thing. And they nerfed stuns this patch because they nerfed BKB. Right. And when you add status resistance, which these heroes generally buy anyway, on top of nerf stuns, that 1-2 seconds less of a stun that you have over your course of chain stunning sometimes makes or breaks whether you get the kill or not on these heroes.
Look at this. Heading on in, they're smoked up.
Smoke. He's got a gem on Abed.
They break the smoke. They find the stun on to Luna right at the start. BKB out, jump in the back line. Abed finds and kills the Snapfire, but Disruptor already gone, and now the ulti coming in from Luna. Her damage is going to be insane. Just 500 damage a hit. Get the hell out of here, Timbersaw. You're not doing anything. That shard coming into play, and the damage is insane onto Dust, but maybe a Mind Flare? Do they have enough to kill her off in time? No, it's not going to happen. The heals were there from Crit. Even had the Greater Healing Lotus ready at the go if they needed to. And guess what's ready? It's Roche. Yeah,
have you seen the upgraded version of the Greater Healing Lotus? I have yet to see that in the game. What's it even called? Oh, is that it? We got it. We got the great... Wait, it's called the same thing?
Yes.
It doesn't even have a new name?
I mean, you know, it takes a lot to code those things. It's fine.
I see. I thought it'd be like a super Greater Healing Lotus, but no, it's literally the same name. But it is indeed the 3rd level of the Healing Lotus, which is 900 HP and mana.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
Dude, Io does feel very strong this patch. I mean, the one thing about it is I feel like this is a hero that doesn't necessarily like fight early himself, but he allows others to fight early, I guess. Right?
Yeah. That's why you pair him with the Storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you definitely don't do anything by yourself.
Yeah.
But you make the hero you're tethered to do a lot more. So you need to make sure you're getting a lot of bang for your buck on what hero you're tethering to in the early mid game.
Yeah.
And Storm is one of the best. Leshrax's the other one, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, totally. And now ready to walk up this high ground. PYW, they have this ward up here, which they scout, and then the Hex is there, and Nyx, target #1, killed immediately. Emo gets out of harm's way. Does not have his Blink Dagger ready, as Xiangyu, he's also going to get targeted next. A stun comes out, does connect onto Abed. They want to try and control him. The Root is there, looking for the finish. They don't have enough, and Dust is getting evaporated here by Luna, who takes the Aegis this time. The cheese comes out from Crit. Don't even have to burn through that Aegis, as Abed is in the fountain. GG is called. Shopify take game #1.
Oh my god.
Easy peasy there for Rebellion here.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a little curious on how this Brewmaster would work out, and it worked out brilliantly.